there were little rods that people
Use.
do that. It's like a tuning fork, and you ding it, and it gives you a vibrating sensation.
You've changed, Josh. You've changed.
Not me. Not me.
It's time for either or.
So wait, do you take it and then you just go like this?
Ding. Yeah.
Fail to find the humor.
$1 million, but when you climax,
Oh god.
Whoa.
I can't believe we're taking it to this level.
you barf in your mouth.
Yeah, I probably would.
I probably
All right,
would.
ladies, be warned. Brett may puke on you.
But it's not. He's not getting this offer right now. This is a scenario.
No, this is based on things that will never happen, right?
All right,
Or-
let's
okay.
do it right now.
What?
Let's use this scenario.
Go ahead.
Let's do it right now.
It, Alex, you're
Because
making up.
anything
You're
to try
making
to-
up words.
There's no it.
There's no it in there.
He's doing anything to like argue with me. It's so funny. I'm having a triggered night. My palms are sweaty.
Mine are too. I mean,
Mom's
it's just
spaghetti.
hot. It's just
Mom's
hot in
spaghetti.
here.
That's over 100 years.
Yes.
100 years into the future. So, and look at where we're at technology-wise, and we're throwing cars up into space. Because I love going
Stop.
back to
Alex,
I'm
why are you
referencing
bringing that
that.
up every
They can
week?
put anything in space.
I know, but I think it's
for
really.
God's sake.
I think it's really
you do
cool.
know that they were sending things into space in the 60s.
I think it's cool that we have a freaking Tesla.
It's a
float-
car.
I know, but it's
not
cool.
doing anything.
Our kids are gonna go. Hey, were you? Hey,
They're going to
you
be like,
remember when they were
oh,
doing-"
there's a car in the space? That's lame. What
Exactly.
else can they put up there?
I think it's cool.
I just got a Charlie horse in my thigh.
Oh shoot! You okay?
You're gonna fart or
Do
something.
you need something?
Hey, where's your Charlie
Just give me
horse?
time. It's on the bottom of this thigh.
Hey, you can do this. Put your foot out. Put your
I
foot
can't.
Out. Do it.
No.
Put your
Oh shoot!
Ah!
Put it out now. Flex your foot up, like your toes towards the ceiling. It looks like you're trying to take a shit, Brett.
What do you need to
Well, I
do?
don't want it to look like
What do you
that.
want to do?
I'm trying to put my foot over there.
Give me your
Help me. My back's to the camera.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're okay.
You're okay.
ridiculous.
You're okay. You're
Let's do some
I'm doing some friggin' Christmas trivia. Welcome back to PTO Unlimited podcast. My name is Brett.
I'm Josh.
Alex.
Joining us for the milestone episode 150 is...
Hi, I'm Kevin.
Kevin.
Welcome back, Kevin. This is Kevin's second appearance on the
Thank you
PTO
so much,
Unlimited
guys.
podcast.
We're live.
Yeah, we are.
So I have to say right now, I'm gonna have to go back and watch the very first couple seconds of this because I didn't realize Josh had pushed live. I'm sitting here still trying to make tweets, and all of a sudden you're like, "Welcome back to." I'm like, Brett, not yet. Like,
I
in my
mean, not
head.
yet. I
Like,
was
Well,
right.
here it is. Here it
I
is.
was right.
Wait. Let's watch. See, look.
It's very bright.
my face is like, oh, that's right, we're live.
We are live here on YouTube, and it is episode 150. So,
Biggin.
what?
Biggin.
Biggin. It's
I
a
said
biggin.
bacon.
It's bacon. It's
Nope.
a milestone. So I have a little bit of an opener here. For the first time in over a year and a half now, I finally had another podcast stream. I had one last night.
Do share.
Now, this one involves the plugs, the podcast plugs. I couldn't find the plugs, the sheet for the plugs at all. So when we were ending, I'm pretty sure I could wing it by heart.
Yeah.
Personally, I know this for a fact, but I couldn't find them, so we just kept on rambling on. And then you, Brett, became such an asshole. You said, "Well, on a final note, I guess that's the end of this episode, guys."
That is totally what he would say.
Then you
too.
said, "Someone can't keep their shit together."
Oh my
That's
god,
funny.
I like those.
I was panicking during the entirety of the.
That is exactly what Brett would say.
You know, I don't think I've ever had a podcast stream.
Oh well, I think it's because we were on Juice on Sunday, and it's just been podcast week for us. You know, we've had a lot going on.
We've done a lot with other podcasts in the last week.
Yeah, it's been podcast week for us, Kevin.
Yeah.
On Thursday, we played with Juice in the Morning on Apex Legends. Justin Kelly is the actual host name. Alex and I played Apex Legends for about an hour. Then it was his bedtime.
Yes.
He said
well, it
that.
was the middle of the week.
It was, and it was like 9:30
Yeah,
when
it was late.
he got offline. And then on Friday, we played some Gears of War.
Yeah, we did.
We did all 50 waves, Gears of War 4 for the first time. Alex and I, first time picking up the game.
I totally forgot about this, and I'm so excited to talk about it now.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Yeah, because I'm gonna go right to what I want to talk about, and that was we did
This is the
freaking
best
great.
ever.
And if
We were with Patrick
yes, we were with Patrick of It'd Be Like That podcast.
from California.
Yes.
Doesn't he do paranormal too?
Yes,
yeah,
yes, he
Paranormal
does.
Pat.
Okay.
Yes,
Yep.
he does that as well.
Now, before you go further,
She really wants to talk about
Kevin,
this.
are you a Gears? Do you play Gears?
I don't. No.
Have you ever played Gears?
I tried once, and
You probably hated
shooters
it.
are
Which
not my
which
thing.
Gears did you try?
It was the one that they had the Xbox 360, the custom one. I
Okay,
think
Three.
that's the
Three.
Three. Yeah.
So you're familiar with Horde, though, right?
yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
So tell your story, Alex.
Okay, so anyways, we played. We have to backpedal just a tiny bit for when we played, the three of us plus our friend Shane. We had played all 50 waves of Horde for Gears 3, and what happened is we got all 3 levels in the last 30 freaking seconds of the whole entire thing. I died
On wave 50.
on wave
On wave
50, and then they finished.
And
That was Gears
and
3.
We won.
So I mean, we won, and I still got the points for it.
Yep.
But I died and had to watch them finish it without me. So all
on
right.
your Twitch.
On Twitch. So fast forward to last week. It's wave 50 on Twitch. I die, and they're trying to bring me back, and there's not enough money to bring me back. And I'm sitting here like with my hand in my head, and I'm like, this is not freaking happening again.
And I even said, boy, what if we win this round?
What if we win
Without
this
Alex.
and you don't, and you're dead?
Jokingly, and Alex went
Jokingly.
down, and we bought her and the last
Like
enemy.
on
It
the
was
last
like-
enemy,
Yep.
yeah.
The last enemy, the last like small enemy too. You guys finally brought me back in. Someone shot him after you revived me, and it was like technically
right there.
I was alive for the last the 50th round.
Win's
Yep.
a win.
Yes,
win is a
it was
win.
a win, and it was great. It was so
So
Epic.
just to talk about Gears 4 Horde, what's your reactions?
fine. It's fun. It's better. I think it's better than 3. The fact that you can move things wherever you want, and you get to make the chokehold points.
Sure.
That's what I like about it. That's what you don't like about
I
it.
don't like about it, and I don't think it's bad. I just think I'm so used to Gears 3 that I can just focus on killing the bad guys. You know, I don't
Okay.
got to worry about where am I going to put stuff. You only have 30 seconds to decide anyway.
Yeah, we barely used.
And at the
Stuff.
very end, you don't have enough power to do anything anyway, so
Because
it doesn't even matter.
We were
Right.
we were stupid, and we just went ahead and we bought stuff anyway. Like I was buying turrets and stuff. We
Yeah.
should have just saved it all for the end because we didn't need it.
Probably, but it is harder than Gears 3.
Oh yeah.
I think it is.
I think the enemies are a little easier, but
I-
it is
But they
harder
are-
to
I
go
think,
down.
I think,
They
I
are
think
smarter.
That, I think
Yes.
okay, so the AI are definitely smarter in Gears 4, but I think that overall, we were discussing this in the car on Sunday. I think that you don't have the advantage of the bigger guys like the Canthus or the
The mulchers and the grinders.
We're speaking foreign language to you.
who's the guy with the thing on the back?
The thing, the
Stegosaurus.
flamers?
Boomer?
The flamers? Is that what they're
Yeah.
called?
Those are the easiest. You
That's
just
a
shoot them
char-
in the
that-
tank, though.
That's a
No, I'm
Charizard.
talking about I
Charizard,
know, but
yes.
the big guy.
You got it.
The
Yep.
big guy that you
Yeah,
have
Charizard.
to shoot.
Yes.
Collect them all.
Yeah, so the bigger.
Catch
So
them all.
I think that the bosses are much easier. The only thing I did not like about it was the freaking prowlers or the pouncers or whatever. Pouncers.
Pouncers
Those
are
things
bad.
were freaking stupid.
Cats, yeah.
And the sentinels.
Yeah,
They're
the
fine.
Sentinels are
I-
a pain, too.
I think that this Gears is a fresher look on the series because it's not just the same old clumpy clay-looking characters that you're facing. You're facing robots, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
and you're facing bionic stuff. It's pretty cool. I like this Gears. I like the change that's with it.
Ultimately, the way I gauge it is I've played more Gears solo than together by a long shot.
Yeah.
And I went back the next day to play some just solo Gears 4 Horde. I only made it to wave 6, and I can go 1 through 20 on Gears 3 by myself.
Yeah.
So that's where if I'm gonna play with people, I'll play Gears 4. If I'm gonna play by myself because I just want to play some Gears, I'll play Gears 3
Yeah.
I feel like I did go down much more in Gears 4
because
than
it's
I did
harder.
3.
Yeah.
It is in a sense. There's different things about it that make it harder, but there's other things that are just like some of the ads are just so much easier to shoot and
Sure.
kill.
Yeah.
Oh, and I found a new gun.
Which is the M-bar.
M-bar.
Yeah.
Love the M-bar.
Yeah.
And of course, like Patrick's like, oh, put that gun down. It's really stupid. You're not gonna like it. I ended up
It's-
mastering it. And
It's
getting
just
headshots.
another torque bow.
Oh, okay.
It is. It's a torque bow, but with like a sparky thing.
Go ahead.
Sparky thing.
Yeah.
Write that down.
It's got a.
That's
it's
the title right there.
It's right there. It's got a sparky shot to
It's just
it.
a charged up single shot from like a rifle that has some explosion.
Yes,
I think.
it explodes when you hit him in the head.
But I like the way she describes it better.
This-
It's,
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Alex is going to get very descriptive on things. You
That's-
know,
that's just
happens
how I
all the
am.
time. Are you playing anything, Kevin? Anything at all,
A lot of Mario Kart 8.
dude? We got
Recently got
we
that
got to play
Switch.
some Mario Kart.
Yeah,
You-
Kevin recently purchased a Nintendo Switch.
I thought you've had one.
We're gonna.
No, I wasn't. Okay, I wanted one since like they actually released the mock-up things before there was even any kind of announcement.
Yeah.
They had those little pictures that were floating around.
Oh,
Reddit,
you're
right?
talking about the
The old-
rumor mill.
Yeah, the NX.
Yeah.
Before it became the Switch.
Oh, I like NX more.
I was finally able just this last week to be able to go get one,
Yeah,
and I unfortunately have had no time to play it.
yeah. Closer to your mic, or bring the mic closer to you.
Closer to my
You
mic.
can
Yeah,
bring
the
the mic.
boom will move.
How do
You
I-
have the boom.
Just
I
pull it
have the
towards
boom.
There
You
go.
have
Well,
you got
Don't
that's a little
do that.
close.
There you go.
How's that?
That's
How's
good.
That's
You're good.
better.
You're good. Yeah. But Mario Kart 8, we got to play it with you.
Yeah, dude, I would totally be down for that.
I'll play some Mario Kart. I'm down for that.
You know, one thing I couldn't figure out though, like, apparently there's a way to do tricks.
Yeah.
How?
Well, it depends on what controller you're using, but if you're using a motion controller, you shake. Yeah, you shake while you're in the air. While you do a jump.
Oh yeah.
Right at a certain time. Yep.
Okay.
Or if you're using a standard controller, there is I think it's left bumper or right bumper that does that.
I
does
thought you
the-
did that with the actual, like you can do it with the Switch. You can.
Well,
shake
if you're
the
doing
Switch.
handheld, yes, that's
No,
motion control.
if you are holding. Oh, I'm talking about the whole screen.
Yeah.
Like you can
Yeah.
shake
Talk
it.
about portable mode. Yes,
Yeah.
you can shake it. It's
Okay.
it's also motion control.
You know, speaking of the Switch, I saw this really cool thing on Amazon today. It was like a big extendable battery pack for your Switch.
Yeah.
Your Switch goes in.
Makes it thick.
Yeah, it makes it super duper huge, but it's supposed to give you like a solid 8 hours
yeah,
of gameplay.
you need it because the battery's terrible.
I don't think it's
I was gonna say, I don't think it's that bad.
For what it's doing, it's good.
Yeah.
It's still what 4 to 6 hours probably.
It depends on the game. I think
Yeah.
they
online
said,
gameplay would be dropped quite a bit.
because they said between like 3 and 8 depending on
Yeah.
like how rough.
That's
you're
not
pushing
long.
And Nintendo, I
Well,
don't.
it's not meant to.
Yeah, but it's like it's a portable game. Where are you going? Where?
But if you're talking portable, battery consumption
Okay,
is
But
a
it's-
big deal.
But it's portable in the sense that I'm playing my game and now I have to take a shit, so I'm gonna pick it up and go do that.
How portable do you need this to be?
It's
Are
a portable
Are you going
game!
camping for a weekend and never charging it?
They make solar
You have to
chargers.
have things that charge. You have to have at least it has a battery life. I mean, think about that. I mean, the battery life is a lot better than the freaking N-Gauge.
What the heck was the battery life for the Game Boy?
That was pretty good, actually.
I don't know,
Phenomenal.
3 weeks.
Yeah. Did you guys hear about the new cell phone that Energizer announced?
Game Boy Color.
No.
Oh, I saw a picture of it. It's
yeah,
like
it's like this. It's size of 3 cell phones.
yeah, it's like a 20,000 mAh battery or something.
18,000,
18,000.
and it lasts 50 days.
No
Well.
way.
No charge.
No, I bet you if you actually pulled that thing out and you were like really intensive on it,
It's got AA batteries inside of there, stuffed inside of there. I'm joking.
How cool would that be, though?
How terrible would that be?
well, yeah. I miss the old technology.
I do
really
too.
do.
Holy crap!
What?
Oh no, that's a 3DS. Never mind.
Well, how
oh,
much
okay.
is the 3DS?
Actually, oh my God.
Yeah.
Game Boy Color. Holy crap! 35 hours 45 minutes.
On 2 AA's.
Yep.
No,
Two
it's
double
a-
A.
What was it
two of those
powering?
4.
No.
But it wasn't
The
powering.
original Game Boy was 4.
She said Game Boy Color.
I say Game Boy Color, but the battery pack. Can you imagine? Like I remember now. I know why I never had to plug it in.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're not graphic intensive games, though. To be fair.
No, but I,
mean,
was on that thing for hours.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, but
That's
again,
very true.
what are you doing? Turn-based Pokemon,
So
Final
they-
Fantasy.
She was
Yes.
playing Pokemon.
Well, I was doing Pokemon.
Not super
Game Boy
intensive.
Let's
Advance
go easy.
is Game Boy Advance is 29 hours 32 minutes. The Game Boy, just standard Game Boy, is 15 hours 30 minutes.
Whoa, that's bad.
And then the Nintendo 3DS with the Mugen, Mugen battery pack, 13 hours, 50 minutes.
You can exchange the battery pack out of that, I think. Get a better battery pack out of the 3DS. That's why I think that's the original battery pack. So
okay.
13 hours, is that what it said? That's not bad for the 3DS. And that also depends on if you're using the 3D.
Well, and even then, you got to think relative to the time in which these things were launched, too. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, you're talking 4 hours on the original Game Boy, but what was there to compete with it?
Nothing.
Game & Watch stuff.
The original Game Boy would be the Game Gear.
Oh, yeah, the Game Gear from Sega.
Yeah, other than that, yeah.
Nintendo Switch
And the Game Gear was better.
It was.
Claims it lasts up to 6 hours.
Okay, I can see your argument here. If it's 2019 and you're using a portable system, you need something longer than that.
But you're pushing, what, 480 frames per second?
Yeah, I was like, look at the quality of the games that you're
Well,
playing.
my original point is, if you have a portable system, battery consumption is definitely
It's not
something
a
you have to
portable
address.
system.
It
It's
is
a
a portable
it's a-
system.
It's a fucking console hybrid, okay?
It's portable.
A portable system is a PSP. A portable system is a fucking Game Boy. The Switch is a hybrid between the two. If it wasn't, it
That
wouldn't
doesn't
have
make
a dock
it not
that you
portable.
Portable
We
is
barely
not the
started.
sole function.
I didn't say
Brett.
it was the soul. I said it's
Then
portable.
how are you gonna
carry
bitch
it
about
with you
it?
somewhere?
You're meant to take it with you when you need to take a shit. That's about it, okay?
No, that's not about it. People
Where else you gonna
travel
go with
with
it?
it on the airplane.
Oh, and how long's a fucking airplane ride? Do they got an
well,
outlet
I
on
don't
an
know.
airplane?
You're going to Indiana to L.A. How long is it, Josh and Alex?
6
4
hours.
hours.
4 to 6 hours.
Exactly.
Oh, wow. Look at that Switch battery lasting almost 6 hours.
Oh,
what
if
do you
it's
know?
charged when you go.
Well, who's going to leave with it half dead?
Well, I don't know. Somebody who
Irresponsible
forgets
people.
to charge it.
Well, then don't fucking forget.
Well,
I won't forget. Of course, I'm not going to L.A.
That was beautiful.
Oh, where's my water?
Okay, now let me
Josh,
rebuttal.
Yeah, I was like, let's talk.
Actually,
Josh,
Nintendo is selling it as a portable system.
Oh.
It is also a home console. It is their home console, but you both are right.
I agree.
I agree.
I was gonna say, technically, you're both right.
Yes. Now, Nintendo is in development of another system. They've already been talking about this. They're looking for it to be more portable, but they're not looking to upgrade its anything. They're just making it.
They kind of want to dumb it down, don't
Yeah,
they? Or that's the rumor anyway.
Yeah, I don't even know if they're going to even use media, like disc media. So.
Well, they don't use disc media now.
Yeah,
It's cartridge.
you know what I mean. They might not even have a cartridge reader on
You're
it. which would
talking
be
about
stupid.
a straight digital.
Yeah.
Have you ever put one of those cartridges in your mouth?
I've been told to.
Do it, please. Please, if you're going to ever do it right now on this live video.
Why?
Because it tastes just absolutely terrible.
Why
We
would-
talked about this
Is it
on the podcast.
supposed to taste good?
Well,
No.
they're trying to keep
No,
kids.
but
No.
I
Do you
guess.
expect it
Oh,
to
that's
taste
right.
good?
We talked about this. They put some there's some kind of chemical or
You
something
know
on it
what?
that's supposed to make
Yeah,
kids not
they're-
put them in the
Yeah,
mouth.
they're coated. So
Yeah.
if you put them in your mouth,
I'm gonna
it
go
makes you
get
wanna
one.
Spit it. Yes.
No, we talked about this months ago when someone talked about it, and I was like, man, what if they would have done that back in the Nintendo days, like the Super Nintendo days when everybody had that shit in their mouth, blowing on it to try to get the game to work because you
didn't
know
put
it worked.
in your mouth.
If
You
you had
just blew on it.
Oh, you should have seen.
You guys were sucking
where's
on
this going?
I didn't do it. My friend Philip back in the day, you handed it to him after about 3 or 4 other people, and that's why I have such a great immune system. After about 3 or 4 other kids blew on it, you handed it to Philip. Philip like put the damn thing in his mouth and went,
That destroys it.
and it worked.
I don't know why. anybody
we
would
were
put it in
we were
their mouth.
discussing. Alex was talking about how you could apparently fit a Nintendo cartridge in your mouth.
Me?
No. Back in the day, I was talking. I was talking about back in the day for the Super Nintendo when you used to put it in your mouth and like you didn't put it in your mouth, you just blew on it.
Okay.
No, you didn't. You put your mouth on
I-
the damn
Okay.
thing and you like.
I don't recall ever
What
putting
game?
my mouth,
What
putting
game you
it
got?
in my mouth.
What are you gonna put in there?
What game am I going to put in my mouth?
Yeah, what game are you gonna put in your mouth?
By the way, I meant to ask you: are those different, or did you paint those?
Those came with the Mario Party pack. It's $100 for Mario Party with 2 Joy-Cons.
Oh, okay.
That's not bad.
That's really
That's a
good.
really good
I needed
deal.
my other 2, and I was
Yeah.
like, if I'm going to buy 2, I want Mario Party, and that's the Joy-Cons on their own are $70, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, for 2 of them. So I was like, $30 more. I'm getting a full-fledged Mario Party game. I think I did that with the Wii as well.
I've got a red and a blue, and then 2 grays.
I got the 2 grays.
Am I really licking this?
You have
No,
to
you
lick
have to put it.
No,
That's
Josh.
what
Put
she
it in your mouth.
You don't lick it.
You have to put it
That
in
should
your
be
mouth.
the title.
Put it in
Am
your
I
mouth.
really liking
Put it
this?
on your tongue.
Put it in your mouth and toss it
Wait.
around like a lifesaver.
Which title
What,
do you
the
want
whole
me to
thing?
do?
Yep, whole thing.
Oh, I can't, I'm not
no.
gonna
It's
switch it.
going to be-
I don't want it to ruin.
It's not going. I've done it.
What's the cheapest game I own?
I was like, what's one that we don't really care?
Probably
gonna be
Donkey
fine.
Kong.
Okay, well, go ahead. You do it.
I mean, I don't hate it, but it's the least played one of
You
mine.
can lick it.
I'm just gonna lick it.
No, put it in.
No,
You're not gonna.
Just- you just like-
obviously-
just
You're
like-
not gonna. It takes a second for it to kick in. Put it all
Please
the way
don't
in your
choke.
Heimlich.
Just drop it.
so many. That's what she said.
Don't make him. Don't make him
Just the
laugh.
whole way in. Come on, just. I'll do it with you.
Ah, God.
Is it bad?
Wow.
All right, I want to try it. Let me try it.
Well, get a different
No,
one.
because hey, we cheer germs. Give me it.
Oh.
You didn't commit.
I don't
Really-
taste anything.
You gotta tongue it.
You gotta put
Metal.
it on there. Really put it on there.
Oh my god! it's like an instant.
It's
Like, do
terrible.
not put this in your mouth.
That's right.
I think that was the idea.
Yep.
Kids, don't
There
like,
it
chew.
is. It's like
That's-
a really
That's
like
not your
my
water,
whole-
Alex.
my-
That's
That's
mine.
not your water.
This is my
mine.
water. my
Episode
mouth is
150.
like.
God, that's gross.
Yeah. Oh my god.
See, that's what episode 150 is for.
Ugh. I need something to
Hey,
change
hey,
the
hey.
taste.
Disclosure: do not try this at home.
Get a soda.
Don't. Here, Alex. Here.
Get a soda.
Here.
Oh boy.
Here.
That
Here's
was
chocolate.
Like, that was
Chocolate
like,
and bacon.
Thank
Get a soda.
I have chocolate over here.
Mm.
Is it better?
Oh.
So anyway,
Good God. Okay, I was going somewhere with that.
I didn't think that was gonna be like that bad, but it's like my mouth is watering.
I told
We're
you.
going over
that.
the weekend.
we were.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. Yeah, my
Don't
bad.
remember why.
Where were we talking?
Okay, so on Sunday we went down to Indianapolis. We can talk about that definitely. What's up?
What?
Oh, okay. Sunday morning we drove down to Indianapolis. We blew into Indianapolis. It was
So
horrible.
it was so windy.
You were
I-
driving, Brett.
I
You
literally
you can explain.
had
this.
to keep. Not that you don't keep your hands on the wheel, but I had to like it wasn't just my hands on the wheel because I'm driving. I had to keep it turned against the wind pretty much the whole way.
I did ask you at one time. I was like, "Is it really that difficult to keep your hands on the wheel without like blowing the car off the road?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Well, go ahead and give it a try. I want to see," because I was in the back seat. He like took his hand off the wheel for like 2 seconds, not even like a second, and we're like, "Boom!" like
Yep.
off the road.
It was so windy on Sunday.
And
You could watch was it telephone poles? Is that or electrical poles?
Yeah,
and
wire poles, whatever.
The
Wire.
the wires on the poles just like bouncing up and down, like you thought the whole thing was gonna snap off.
so
I
I
saw a
was in
truck flip
the
over.
I was in the left-hand lane and I saw the trailer of a semi like kind of move to the left, like because the wind blew it so hard. Now I didn't start to tip, but he just moved it, and so I put the hammer down and got past him. And then a little bit farther down the road, we did see one finally, a semi completely turned over off almost in the median because
Yeah.
it was blowing so hard. So
They had to like
scary.
break the glass open or whatever.
Yeah, I have a photo of it, Kevin. I can show you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show it to our social
It was
media.
kind of
as well.
scary.
I lost a piece of my fence.
Yeah, didn't you say your
Was
fence
that
blew
all?
over or
Yep.
something?
At least
Yep.
you didn't lose like a bunch of your roof.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, blew right over. So.
Anyway, so
Anyways,
yeah, the wind.
we went. Well, no, it was windy, and we went
Yeah.
on Juice in the morning.
Yep.
And oh my gosh, it was amazing. It was so much fun. We had 5 people on. What's his name?
Juice.
Johnny.
Johnny.
Yeah, we just got introduced to him. That
Yep.
was the first time. Bless
your
you.
name?
Bless you.
Stop. Thank you.
Stop. Sit.
I was gonna say sorry and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your problem.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Anyways, juice in the morning.
Yeah, Juice in the Morning. So we went on the Juice in the Morning podcast. We had a good conversation before we even started. I felt at home, on the show. It was really good. Alex, you did some millennial slang on there. That
I
was a
did.
really
They did
good
ask
time.
me to bring one of our segments on, which was millennial slang, and we had lots of fun with that.
Yeah.
They did
yeah.
very well. Really made me
They
feel. And
did.
they're no. How did Johnny say how old he is?
He just
I think
turned
he said
30.
30.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he's our age.
Yeah.
But I know Juice is just like a few years older than me. I think.
Juice is like
You okay?
1 year older than
Yep.
me, I believe.
Chair
Yeah.
uncomfortable?
I'm all right.
Brett hates
Boy, that sounds familiar.
it. Brett hates the chair. You can
But-
stand if you want.
Oh no, I'm okay.
Okay.
But anyway, so Millennial Slang went very well, and I thought that, Brett, you did a good job at guessing some of them. So, hey, if you wanted to know what those
What are you looking at?
millennial slang words were that we did that are not going to be on this podcast, go on to the Last Juice in the Morning podcast.
Yes.
And give
The
that.
latest one that just came out.
Yep.
To the words.
Yes.
What?
And listen there.
Millennial words.
What are some of the
Millennial
words?
Listen to the words.
Listen to the words.
Telling the people, listen to the words.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think that Johnny had an advantage because he's single.
I think
Oh,
that
so
that helps.
he knows how to be on fleek.
Well, what you have to
Yes.
be. If you're single in this day and age and you don't
Yeah.
have some
I think you have to
slang,
know some
you
of
have
the
to know
slang.
some.
I think that would be horrifying to be like, you know, say like almost 30 and then thrown into the pool of like 22-year-olds. It's got to be like you're trying to find a girlfriend at a daycare.
Oh,
You know, crazy
man.
that's gotta be-
Yeah. Yep. Oh, it. Well, okay.
Yeah.
So we went on Juice in the Morning, had a good time on there, drove back, flew back basically.
Yeah.
Blew back.
Blew back.
And then that's about all we did over the
I
weekend.
do have to comment here is that my mom, you knew we were going out to dinner, like when we got back in.
Yep.
So I had texted her, and she's like, "That was fast." Like I had called her
Oh,
in the car,
Because I'm
and
like,
then
did you text your mother?
and we got back in, and she's like, "Wow, that was fast. You guys made great time." It's like, well, the wind was blowing us back into Fort
and
Wayne.
so we
Yeah.
got to the, oh boy, I can't remember which exit, by Montpelier, 18, and traffic came to a stop, and we just happened to be on the north side of the exit. So I got off there, and we went the back roads back to Fort Wayne. That probably saved us, who knows, because traffic was not moving. It wasn't
it stopped.
just
It
going
stopped.
slow, it was sitting.
Mhm.
So, you know, had we been 5 minutes earlier, we probably wouldn't have been past the exit and been sitting there for who knows how long.
We've been
So
screwed. So
I,
perfect timing on
I
everything.
did get because it was just like nobody's flying off the interstate off this exit, so I'm gonna get off real quick, and it worked out real well.
So, on to other news that we want to talk about. I kind of really just want to go into it with Xbox and
Do the
Nintendo.
movie stuff first.
We're going to do movie stuff before that, though. So, the Pokemon Pikachu Detective Pikachu trailer just dropped, and it showed a lot more, and it gave a little bit more insight as far as what this movie's about. Gave Alex more
Incentive to go and watch
yes,
it.
and this helps her, Brett, by watching the second trailer because she
It
didn't
did.
really want to go.
I was like, no. The only thing that got me from the first trailer was like at the end you saw Charizard, and I was like, oh, he does look badass.
Yeah.
And then I went ahead and I was like, I really don't care about this. But then I was like, well, let me see what else is in here. And I went ahead and watched it. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll go and see it. You
Yeah.
sold.
Yeah.
It sold.
Yeah, because it showed some Pokemon that she actually really wanted to see and some action that's really interesting. So yeah, I was interested
Doing
in
a
seeing
live
it too.
action, I was like, this is gonna fail. This is gonna fail. But now seeing the way that they're making these Pokemon come to life, it looks really good. Like it's very realistic, and that's what every Pokemon person or any fan of Pokemon wants to believe is that these things are real. Because that's the point of the game, since the card game is imagination and imagining these things are real and they're in our lives and they're outside in the wild. And then that's what Pokemon Go does, is they took them from your cards to your phone to now it's in AR, and now we've got a movie where people are walking around and living with Pokemon in real life. So I think it's going to be fun. Besides Ryan Reynolds, that's the only thing I've argued from the very beginning, is that they could have chosen somebody else to voice Pikachu.
Yeah.
Doesn't
It's gonna
quite
suck.
fit. And
It-
I know
it
nothing
doesn't.
about Pokemon. Kevin, you
doesn't
just
fit.
watched it. What did you think?
I don't want to watch Van Wilder be fucking Detective Pikachu.
I know.
Okay.
That's the only thing.
So I think it's
I heard
any other voice would have been cool. Like you could have gotten Gilbert
Yeah.
Godfrey to do that, and I would have been more okay with that than Ryan Reynolds.
Right.
No, I would have argued against
I think it's
that.
funny that you say what I heard you
Godfrey.
say. You referenced Van Wilder with Ryan Reynolds, which I think is awesome, and they referenced Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Well, yeah, no, because Van Wilder is Ryan Reynolds. That was Ryan Reynolds playing himself.
Well, I
right?
mean,
Deadpool was just something that the man wanted to do and help. Bro, don't get me wrong. Credit where credit is due. Okay, But
Ryan
I've
Reynolds
seen
carries that
I've
franchise.
seen him do way better than Deadpool. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah,
Oh
absolutely.
yeah, it's just when you
absolutely.
say Ryan Reynolds, the first thing right now that comes in my head is
It's
Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Just
Yeah,
because it's
well,
so
Van
saturated.
Wilder was kind of his break in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it
so,
was,
and it's-
yeah.
National
It's a great
Lampoon,
movie.
Thank you.
But
Yeah,
yeah.
I love. That's back when they were good.
Oh, yeah.
Comment on
great
YouTube
movie.
right now about what we're talking about Pokemon, or Detective Pikachu. I forgot about that. What sold me really for this whole entire trailer is at the very end, Mewtwo comes out,
Yeah.
and I was like,
He looks-
okay,
He looks a little slimy.
He looks like I'm getting chills thinking about it. Even my sister,
You
like
get
she was
chills
on, she's like,
every time you think about something.
but it's like the nostalgia chills. Like it's just like the oh my god, it's freaking Mewtwo. And like everybody back in the day, I'm like, if you talk to people that are Pokemon fans now that got into it later in life, they're like, it's just freaking Mewtwo. But Mewtwo back in the day, like,
they don't
it's
understand
Mewtwo.
like the intimidating force that is Mewtwo.
Yes,
like
and,
if
like,
you were
this-
to actually see Mewtwo, like that's it. You're not going to see anything else.
Yeah, like you're just like, oh, and the Pikachu's are no, that Pikachu doesn't exist at that moment. Like Charizard doesn't even exist at this moment. It's freaking Mewtwo. Like,
yeah.
oh,
You know, there are so many nods towards nostalgia. Is it even nostalgia chills anymore, or is
Yes.
it just like, oh, cool from the
No.
90s?
Are you not nostalgic anymore? Like, have you,
I
do you
like
have,
nostalgic things,
You
but
can get overloaded on it.
I think that
Yeah.
it's so common to see something that nods to our child
but you know
years.
why?
well, that's because everything
Yeah.
is aimed towards us now.
Like,
we
that's
have
a
the
whole,
money.
That's a whole market. Nostalgic things coming back is
Well,
a whole market.
Yeah.
So the chills
Kevin
just
really
aren't
wants-
necessarily there because it happens all the time now.
Yeah.
So
No,
go
I
ahead.
feel
I'm
you.
sorry.
No, you're cool. You're cool. All I was gonna say is it's like this, right? When you're dealing with a nostalgia market, right, like this, the whole reason it's so big with our generation specifically, right? Because we're kids that when we were kids never really grew up, if that made sense. Like,
Oh, sure.
your kid, your body got older, but you're still a kid up here.
Oh, sure.
So all this nostalgia stuff is definitely an easy cash grab because we're all still little kids.
And we have money now.
and
Yep.
we have the money.
Yep.
We have,
Disposable income.
I said
disposable
that.
income.
I said we have the money now.
You did.
That's why we're getting these nostalgia trips, and it's working.
Oh yeah.
It works. I'm giving into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can't say like. Here's how stupid the world is right now. Okay, I'm sorry, we're gonna derail just a little tiny bit, but it's the dumbest thing ever. Speaking of nostalgia, this just got announced. ViewMaster is getting a movie.
Is that the thing when you
the-
clip the
yeah.
thing?
The picture click.
How are you
thing.
gonna make that a movie?
I don't know. They made Battleship into a terrible movie. I don't know how they're gonna do this.
Question:
Go ahead.
what's ViewMaster?
We just told you. You put the thing in the thing, and you
The
push the
disc?
thing, and you
You
look
push
at
Oh,
the
the
thing.
like the 80s thing. The
Yeah,
wheel?
Yeah.
and it would
The
change,
wheel?
and the picture would change. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a ViewMaster.
It just got the green light.
You're kidding.
Did Netflix
That's
pick
not
it
even
up?
for
'Cause
us.
that sounds
That's
like a
like
Netflix
that's our
thing.
parents actually.
Yeah. What?
That's not even us. That's our parents.
I don't know.
I
I
had
had
It's
one.
an 80s toy.
I had one too.
I
Yeah, but
had
you
one.
probably had one because your parents had one.
I had one, and
Yeah.
I remember the reel I had was from TMNT 2.
Yeah, but the idea was from the 80s. So
Maybe.
they probably pushed it into the 90s. But I know exactly what you're talking about now. You click the thing, it's a wheel, and then you grab another one, and you can play like a movie pretty much. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm watching our video down here. We're all like using hand signals. Like,
Yeah,
this
you're-
thing
you're not
you put
even
on your
paying
head. You're like,
Oh,
attention
that's
to
right. Yeah,
Click.
so I keep forgetting. It's like people are gonna hear this and they're like, "What's that sound?
Yeah.
yeah,
What's
that
happening?"
yeah, so hey, watch the YouTube video for our podcast. We are live right now on YouTube, by the way.
What
Yep.
other movie stuff, Josh?
Alex, you had something else to. Whoa, boy.
All right.
I had a cold chill. Sorry,
Oh, okay.
we're good.
Yes. So, movie news. So, something that's going to actually be released tonight on the Tonight Show is the first trailer for the new X-Men movie.
Oh God, that's been pushed back for
It has.
a
It
year
has.
and a half.
Yep, it has. But
Dark Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix.
It was
On
supposed
the
to come
Tonight
out.
Show, huh?
Yep,
Seems
that's
like
what
a
it
small
says.
stage.
Well, apparently that's what they're.
Well,
I mean, I like the
X-Men-
Tonight Show, but it's on 5 days a week. You know.
What was the last X-Men movie you saw?
Uh,
You know how saturated X-Men is.
what's the C?
See, we got 1, 2, and 3.
So it has to
God.
been.
You saw Logan, right?
Logan, yes. So I did see Logan.
Yeah. Did you hear that they got Guinness Book of World Records longest portrayal of a superhero?
Oh, Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
say I was like,
I did
that's
see that.
would
Yeah.
definitely be it.
Yeah, because they both did X-Men in 2000, and then they did Logan in 2018, 17.
17, I think.
So
Yeah.
one thing about this
17
is
years.
they have the movie poster out, just the first movie poster out. So this is what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying, "Oh my gosh, it's like so photoshopped and stuff." Well, it's meant to just be like a teaser poster. That's all. So this is what it looks like right now, and then you can go pretty much anywhere, and you
I
can
can see
Google
religion in that.
Google Dark Phoenix.
I don't suppose they'll get
Uh,
Famke Jensen to play
I've
play
seen that.
Phoenix.
I've seen
No.
that poster before.
You
It
think
just
it's
came
fake?
out yesterday.
No, I'm not saying it's fake, but I'm saying that's definitely inspired by
Oh, I
a
getcha.
different movie.
What
Oh,
movie?
okay.
Or can you not
Uh,
remember?
No, I remember, but I
Please
prefer
let us
not
know.
to say.
Oh, okay. What?
It's an adult film.
Oh.
Okay, so X-Men.
Maybe it's a coincidence.
Triple X-Men.
Ah!
Girls Gone Wild going woo.
And woohoo!
Okay. Anyway, so that's actually the trailer is coming out tonight. The release date, as of right now, is June 7th.
You know how long it's been pushed back?
It was delayed from
Does anybody care?
February
don't.
14th. It was
It's
supposed
not
to come
part
out.
of
why are you
the
talking about
Marvel universe.
I care.
They might be.
But it's not technically in the Marvel universe as it sits right now.
Yet.
We don't know.
Now maybe
we
this
don't
is,
know.
Maybe
we
it's
don't know.
supposed to tie in.
Right,
Wait.
we don't know.
Is X-Men not Marvel?
It
It
is,
is.
but I
But
mean,
it's not
as the
like-
movies
The-
as
It's
they
It's
sit
not
now.
it's not within the
It's not
ecosystem of
connected.
current
Correct.
Marvel
They call it the
movies.
MCEU.
Okay.
Marvel Cinematic Extended
See, and this
Universe.
is where it just starts to get off the rails. You know,
It
there
does.
used to be a point in time where you could just go to a comic book and buy a comic book and read your book, and that'd be the end of it. Not have to remember the
You got to
different
buy
backstories.
4
of, like,
other copies.
fucking 20 other people. And now it's turned into such a thing where it's just like
You like sequels, right?
Everything ties
have-
together, and
a sequel is nothing more than a cash grab over the original. There
You
has
are-
never been
yeah,
a good
you are
sequel to anything.
Making Brett so happy. But I can argue that.
I
Toy
like
Story.
some sequels.
Look
but
at all
I,
the look at the
I
Toy Story
absolutely
trilogy.
agree with you
Never
that
watched any of
they're for money. It's absolutely
it's a
for
cash
money.
grab. That's all it's
Yeah,
for.
watch that.
Well, all movies are for money.
You know what ruined The Hangover? The Hangover could have stood alone as a cult classic had they just done 1.
2 is good.
Not 2 is great.
2 is not great.
I like 2.
3 was terrible.
3 is meh.
I like
it.
3 better than 2, but
But 2 is still
I
terrible.
agree that it could definitely stand on its own. But you put those 3 guys together, and what?
There's
Alex and
collusion
I are awesome.
happening over
We
here.
just-
You're standing here talking to me, and they're just like
Well, I'm in the middle here.
they're all buddy.
Normally, I can look that way, and now I have to look both ways.
So you don't have to look
now
at me.
you see my issue? You just have to go like this. Josh just has to go like this. I have like.
I have to scan all 3 of you, so.
I'll just stare forward and not look at anybody.
So,
Alright, anyways,
okay,
let's move
I
on.
think that's about all for movie news.
Cool.
Interesting concept, I'll say that. I really want to talk, before we get on to Game Pass and Switch, Reggie Fils-Aime, he is retiring from Nintendo of America, being the COO and being the face of Nintendo. So
Nintendo America.
You know why?
well, yeah.
You know why?
Why do people say that there's a reason?
Because there's always a reason.
What's the reason?
Soldier Boy put him down.
You said no. Soldier Boy has
You
nothing to
missed this
do with Reggie
conversation.
Fils-Aime's retirement.
I was talking to Josh about this prior to the podcast. I don't know if you guys were aware of this. Have you heard about the Soldier Boy drop ship stuff that he's doing?
Did-
I have.
Did he make the console?
Yeah, he made
Okay,
the unlicensed
yeah.
Nintendo
Yes.
console.
Yes.
And like, if you try to go to his website now, it redirects you to Nintendo.com.
Yep.
And it, like the day that Reggie announced his actual retiring, Soldier Boy went on Twitter and
boy.
goes, "I'm the reason that he's shutting down." And I was just like, because like he's drop shipping everything, like tablets, Beats headphones, like you name it, it's being drop shipped, and they slap a Soldier Boy sticker on it.
What do you mean by dropship?
So essentially, these companies in China white label all these electronics, and then they just send them to whoever's going to sell them. So there's no branding, there's no nothing. Soldier Boy just slaps a sticker on it, and
I
there
see.
you go.
I see.
That's how you get your product.
So that's like his own personal cash grab,
Well,
in a sense, yeah.
in a way, but it's quickly unraveling.
apparently.
So the guy who's replacing him, this is awesome. I love his name, Doug Bowser.
Nice.
Bowser.
If this is not the year of Bowser,
Is that his real name?
that's his real name.
That's awesome.
How long has it been since you've had a good Bowser?
What?
How long has it been? Since
that a
you've
thing?
Had a good no.
Oh,
Not everything I say is sexual, Josh.
why not?
Josh, how
Because
long has it
I'm a
been
fine
since you've
s-
had a good Bowser?
How long has it been?
I'm sorry, I don't know what that question means.
move
Yeah,
on
he
from
does.
that.
But he knows what a Bowser is.
Trust me, he knows what a Bowser is.
So if in E3, that's when the next Nintendo major conference is with when Nintendo actually has a big setup going, and he's going to be the front face right there. If they don't do stuff with Bowser, it's going to be stupid. I don't know why Nintendo wouldn't do anything with that.
Why would they want to make fun of him?
Not make fun of him. Use Bowser as a platform.
Why pay homage to a guy who's new? They don't know what he's going to do for their company.
Oh, he's not new. He's not brand new. He's been in the company.
Oh,
he's
has he?
getting. He's getting.
Oh, he's just moving
promotion.
up.
He
Yes.
just got promoted.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, he's replacing him.
As
Gotcha.
far as Reggie retiring, I mean, cool. I don't really know what to say about this. I mean, he was there for the Wii's explosion and the Wii U's failure,
Mm-hmm.
or less than explosion.
Switch announcement.
Did you
and all
ever
that.
feel like
so
Do you ever feel like too looking at him like he was always a guy that was wearing a suit that was a little too big?
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Can you pull up the dude? I think I know who you're talking about.
Now,
Reggie.
at the same time, Reggie is not like the CEO.
Dark hair?
He's
Yeah.
the CEO of Nintendo US.
Nintendo America.
Yes, I
Or
said
Nintendo
of America. I've been. Yeah. Did I have I messed that up?
No, but I think
Yeah, that dude.
I
Oh,
think
he's retiring?
people
Yeah.
forget
Oh, okay.
Nintendo is a Japanese company.
It is. But it's very much Americanized. And I'm just
Yes.
going to segue into this. We've been teasing it all day. Xbox Game Pass, rumored to be coming to the Switch.
It's not rumored.
It's okay. There has not been
laying
an
up.
official video.
And we don't
Doesn't
really
have to
know
be a
what
video.
it means.
article.
Nintendo
either.
came out themselves and said Microsoft will be taking over our online gaming platform from here on out
Okay,
You
so
know why?
because Microsoft's the only company that knows what the fuck they're doing.
Well, I was going to go the other way and say because Nintendo cannot get online right to
No,
save
they
their
can't.
life.
can't.
No
They
way.
can't.
No.
They
They
just
can't.
can't do it.
Microsoft can.
right. So here it is. Here's the rumored information. Xbox games being available to the Switch via Xbox Game Pass. Now, what they're trying first is Ori and the Blind Forest, which is not a very it's not a high-end game for them to like. This is what is being rumored, of course. A lot of this stuff I've been seeing through all these articles. Everyone's saying just a slightly different thing, but everyone's saying the same thing
So-
where they're making an app for the Switch.
We don't know what it means though.
We don't. It could be smart glass.
See,
That'd be stupid,
Game
right?
Pass. I read the thing you sent us, and basically it's saying that, or what it sounds like it's saying is that some less graphically demanding stuff will be on the Switch.
Nope.
That's not what it's saying.
No.
Okay.
This could be possible via Microsoft's newly announced project, xCloud.
Okay, which
This
is a
an
streaming service.
This is a streaming gaming service. They're
Because-
Like
testing it out.
Netflix.
Yes.
Yes.
But that's what gaming is going to turn into.
Yes.
It's
as
only a
long as
matter of
everyone
time.
has a good internet connection, that's the only thing I'm really
I
worried
think
about.
it's farther away than you might think because of that reason for one. But eventually, sure.
Well, okay, that's like talking about what was it, Tesla, right? Elon Musk was talking about how they were going to be
Alex
putting
is like Tesla.
they were going to be putting like Elon Musk was going to take it upon himself to make sure the world got internet,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And if that man says he's going to do something, he's going to.
It's gonna work. It's
Yeah.
gonna work. He's gonna do a universal Wi-Fi everywhere. He's gonna
But
put
it's-
Wi-Fi sticks inside of trees, and we're gonna plant those bitches everywhere.
It's just it's only a matter of time before physical games cease to exist.
I
Like
agree.
they'll always be a thing, but eventually they will no longer be on the market.
You
I
okay?
think physical movies sticks around longer than
High five.
physical games.
Agreed.
Okay.
What
I
the
don't know
hell's
what
wrong
just
with
happened.
you?
We just had a deal on the podcast. We were high
What the
five.
hell's wrong with you?
He said he's gonna put Wi-Fi sticks in trees. We're gonna plant those bitches everywhere.
Too bad we need trees to breathe, right?
That's just like I don't know that analogy right there. Just like it's funny. I'm sorry.
All right.
It
So
really
other
is.
information about this. First of all, let's talk about Project xCloud before we talk about speculation.
Explain what that is.
Yes, it's a streaming service aimed to be similar experience as doing PC and Xbox games, and it's bringing it to mobile devices and other such things. They were kind of eyeballing Android and iPhone, and now it seems like the Switch is the better market to aim at because it's an already component controller made base system.
Based around a tablet.
Absolutely. And then so they're minimizing. Well, what's that? Oh, the main thing I'm worried about is minimizing on the lag. And right now they're testing tablets and mobile devices. I said that already. And then Microsoft could be lending out developers to Nintendo in this deal. And here brings speculations before we start getting into the nitty gritty. My speculation, the first thing I want is Rare to make a Donkey Kong Country game again. That was something that they made in the 90s, and Rare is now owned by Microsoft.
Yeah, they made my game.
Right, yeah. Another one is Nintendo and Microsoft could finally come to an agreement on GoldenEye. And we can get an official remaster.
Well, you're getting very specific on
Yeah,
this
that's,
before you even know what this.
That's
what it
that's a
is.
big leap because
I'm talking about sharing publishers here.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
but
yeah, but I mean, even at that, those are flagship titles.
Yeah.
We're talking about.
Yeah, I'm going to depth here of Nintendo and Microsoft. They have Conker's Bad Fur Day. They have Banjo-Kazooie, and they have GoldenEye. All those things are being stretched between these two. They come to an agreement. We're getting those bitches back on the
But
Switch.
you don't even know what Xbox Game Pass on Switch is yet.
We're talking about a partnership here.
I get you're saying publisher
I'm getting
partnerships.
to this. I'm getting to this. This is all speculation of what can be coming down the road.
Okay.
So this is just a big maybe.
This is just a
Yes.
maybe.
This is a
Maybe.
big cloud of stuff
Okay.
that I've come up with.
Well,
and some people were speculating this on the internet too.
All right, well, maybe I'll
I'm
wake
not
up
alone.
tomorrow and it'll be raining meatballs, but I don't really think that's going to happen.
Well, I'm not. Here's a big one.
Watch, this is gonna happen.
Here's another one. Master Chief has been rumored to be coming to Super Smash Brothers.
Shut the
Very.
fuck.
Yep.
Yeah,
No.
Yes.
that's actually
Mhm,
true.
that's-
No
That
way.
is a true
That's
thing.
No
That's true.
way.
This fuels the fire.
Mm-hmm. It does.
Yes.
Putting a
I kinda
playable
got chills. I was like,
character.
ooh, Master Chief. Yep.
I don't buy
Solid Snake. He's in Smash.
He
it.
is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But that doesn't necessarily
used
mean
to
a
be-
partnership.
He used to be a first party
PlayStation.
title.
Yeah.
He was
Just,
a console seller for the PS3.
Yeah.
License him.
and
Yeah.
they can
Put 'em
license
on
the
loan.
image and use it. That's like, they've seen all this stuff they're putting Shaggy now in like one of those games.
Yeah.
They
Mortal
licensed the
Kombat.
image. Yeah, they licensed it. That's all it is. That doesn't mean dick for a partnership because you're still talking about two competing companies.
But
They do no good to come together.
actually, they do.
They can go cross-platform, but it makes no sense for them to share their customer base.
They
because
absolutely
money
do.
not spent with Nintendo means money spent on Microsoft.
I can tell you why.
Okay, why?
Sony is winning. Sony's winning the console race right now.
This
yeah.
generation.
This generation right
this
now.
generation.
Microsoft could be in third place right now. We don't even know it because no one's giving us numbers. Microsoft sounds like they're in third.
but
The Switch is already
But
outsold.
Microsoft is moving
so much.
out of the console market. That's the whole thing to remember. With all of this, they're trying to turn themselves into a streaming gaming platform. They're going to be the first people to do it, the only people with the technology capable to make it happen.
Okay.
And eventually, they're just going to stop doing consoles altogether.
Any of the stuff that we've been saying here has not really dropped my speculation of them coming to terms with some of these things. You know, it still can happen because right now they're talking about bringing Microsoft to Nintendo. But are we going to be expecting Nintendo on Microsoft? We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. You know, when Nintendo, they're doing a movie right now for Pokemon. We never thought this was going to happen we thought Nintendo's titles were all like they were locked up in the vault, never going to happen. And then the same thing's happening with Mario and Rabbids. We didn't expect that crossover.
Yeah, that is a phenomenal game.
Nintendo doing something crazy, and Microsoft. These guys, I think these people are just two maniacs behind a wheel, and they're just like, hey, let's do things together.
Right.
Bonnie and Clyde.
So here's I know that you guys are totally into all of this stuff, and I'm kind of following because I just play the things.
yeah.
So is this going to end the console wars then?
No.
Like this
No.
is, I mean, because we're
No.
going to have, if we're going to have Microsoft on Nintendo or vice versa, and then we're going to have like, because we've already got freaking Crash. Crash is on the Switch now. I'm
Crash
able to play
became a-
that. I'm able to play that on
That's
on
just
Xbox.
That's just an IP that went available.
That went available to third party. That happens.
Okay, all right. My
Well,
argument's
Devil May
invalid.
Cry at one point.
That used to be Sony,
exclusive.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like, by the time they came out with like 3, it was cross-platform.
Yeah, it was on the 360.
Yeah,
and people
that
were
that
mad.
happens a lot more than you realize.
Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised I haven't, and like I'm not saying this against Sony in any way, but I'm really surprised I haven't seen a God of War adaptation on any other type of console.
Well, and I think the reason why is because at some point this generation, Sony's like, our upper hand is our exclusives,
Mhm.
and that's why Sony is selling the more consoles than Xbox
they
is
do have
because
the
of the
better
exclusives.
I do have a thing I want to say on this about Sony's exclusives. Not a lot of them are for casual.
No,
no, but
because
that's
that-
what Nintendo.
There's one title that is, and that's Little Big Planet.
Yep. But
Everything else is
but if you
so
want- if you want-
in-depth story.
casual gaming. You want Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. You're right. But if anyone picks up a Sony platform, they're picking up third-party titles
Mhm.
that are casual.
Well, and you could argue that Game Pass is for the casual gamer because you think $10 a month and
It
I've
is,
got
it is.
120 games to choose from
Yeah,
that I
you're
could
not-
spend 10 minutes in
Mm-hmm.
just to
yeah.
see what I like.
There's more than 120, right?
Well, they said over 100. I
It
just
feels
guessed.
like that list just keeps on getting
Well,
bigger.
there's stuff added like probably like every week. There's
Yeah,
there's 1 to 3 titles added.
So do you guys have any other like specs on this
Well,
speculation or thoughts before Kevin gets into his rant?
This sounds cool, but
No, you're good.
you know, the Switch cannot handle some of the titles on Game Pass.
Which is why
it just can't do
The streaming xCloud could do it if it works.
it. If it's
We're all saying if.
It's all an if.
Yeah.
Everything's always an if until it
It,
works.
let me say this: if I can take my Switch and play the Master Chief Collection on the go, how's that not cool? You know?
That's
Right.
true. That's true.
Right.
Well, that's
so,
not to say though that you couldn't hack that Switch and make it do anything
You
you
don't
wanted it
want
to.
it.
Well,
do
here's the
that.
thing. Why? But we won't have to.
We might
Is
not
what
have
is
to.
what we're trying
Right,
to say.
right. But until that point,
right now.
because for all we know, I mean, don't get me wrong, like technology advances at a ridiculous rate in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's still not to say that, if I had to guess how long it's going to be before we actually have a streaming service for your games, just an overall cross-platform streaming service,
We almost did.
Almost.
I'd say less than 10 years, and
Yeah.
you won't
Oh,
get
yeah.
physical copies. They just won't be around
No,
because there's no
no.
point to them if you're just streaming everything.
That's how it is with DVDs and
It's a
Blu-rays and stuff now.
subscription-based.
Nobody's. It's going down the drain because everything is streaming.
Right.
Yeah, right.
But I'm old school. I made Josh buy me
I
a
would
copy
say-
of Bohemian Rhapsody.
I would say it's.
It came with a
it's-
digital copy, a Blu-ray, and a DVD.
I
Well,
don't.
that's
think-
great. So you can watch a shitty movie 3 times in 3 different ways.
Screw you. That's my favorite.
I would
movie.
say it's not going to happen this next generation, but the one after that,
Yeah, I could see
because you got probably what 2020 is the PS5,
Mhm.
maybe 2021, and,
I'm
and maybe a year later for Microsoft's. So then you're looking at probably 2028 to 2030.
Yeah.
And you're right around there.
that. Yep.
10 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
About 40 years old, and I'll get to see that. But at least you get to see it.
Absolutely.
Right.
Well, unless you die, but
Oh, God.
It's all right. We're in the process of.
anything could happen.
Well, Alex would be the first one to take me out. So
Well, we're in the process of trying to knock an asteroid off of its orbit right now.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't mention the car.
no, that's yeah.
Oh, I was leading on to that because
That's
that's
coming.
why he was. It was just a distraction. We really did load it up with nukes, and that's why he's out there because they know further out. That's why they had to go ahead up and send it.
Kevin
now,
might not know what you're talking about.
We put the Tesla that's up
Yeah.
in space right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've really put nukes inside of it, and we had to throw it up before this experiment that's going down in
Why
October.
would you need the car to throw nukes up there?
Because
he's a
he's a
rock
They
and
had,
roll.
man.
it's because I don't know.
Do you
Just
think the asteroid's gonna say, "Ooh, a car"?
all right, 'cause-
not nuclear bombs"?
because no one's
I'm safe.
no one is going to remember the day that we just we just threw up another Tesla or just something with Tesla on it. But if we threw up an actual Tesla car and then finally we have this is my speculation about what's going to happen here in the next 10, 20 years.
Wow.
We're going to have this asteroid come into Earth because we're what we're doing right now in October is we're setting up this thing called the DART, and we are going to knock a small asteroid off of its course. It's not heading towards us, but it's in an orbit, but we're testing this theory out. But the Tesla car that we have sent off actually probably has a bunch of nukes in it. We don't even know that. They're not telling us that because there's a bigger one coming towards us, and we don't know
Alex,
that, but they do.
Get to your point, please. You've gone
And
down
that,
the rabbit
that
hole.
day
So
is
lost.
going to happen. That
I
day is going
am.
to happen where the asteroid comes, and they're going to be like, surprise, the Tesla's going to be the one. It's already blown it off its course, and it was all
Alex,
me.
the Tesla's probably doesn't have any color to it right now.
if
I'll
I
tell
may,
you that.
if I may be so bold, the Earth, we will never get hit with a life-threatening asteroid ever again. Do you want to know why?
Yeah, because
Why?
the Tesla's going to blow it up.
Because the moon is an alien base.
Oh, okay.
The International Space Station, NASA has cut feeds off in the past because they have shown extraterrestrial life manning that stuff.
Brett, I love that face you made. Oh, you're one of those.
I said nothing.
So the moon is made of cheese.
All right, so the Switch and Game Pass. Kevin, what was your? You say that.
Oh,
say
you had
that,
a rant?
Yeah, well, he had some information on this.
He said, "Oh, you had a rant."
I mean, we pretty much narrowed this
But
down
no,
to the bone.
I've said my piece on it.
Of some
Oh, you
information.
did?
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty
I did,
much.
yeah.
Like he said, he's saying that Nintendo has basically already come out saying that Microsoft is going to pick them
Yeah,
up.
they
with
have.
With
They've
their
already
service.
said we don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah.
It's been clearly evident in every console they've ever made.
Yeah.
Like the
For
only
the,
one.
for the online.
yeah, for online. Yeah,
So-
they can't do it.
Here's what's going to happen.
Yep.
E3. They're going to announce a new online service.
yes.
And it's going to be with Microsoft.
Yep.
Might have Game Pass included, or some information on that. Might be something on that nature, and it's going to be the same price as Xbox Live.
I don't think it happens this year. I mean, they'll announce it, but I
Or
don't
maybe
think
this fall.
I don't think it goes live until next year.
Oh, okay. I was like, I think they're going to announce
And
it. Yes.
I think it's probably added money at some point. Like, I think you have to pay more.
Unless you already have. Well, I don't know.
Well, they're
Microsoft
going to need the
is-
funding from
There's
somewhere.
there could be tiers of
Sure.
that streaming service.
Well, just
Yeah.
like there's Xbox Gold.
Well, you have gold for Xbox, and then you have the online for Nintendo.
Yeah.
So maybe if you, I don't know.
If you already have
if
both,
you're
you're
subscribed to both, you're
fine.
fine. But maybe you have to subscribe to both, or I don't know.
It's gonna be a real mess.
I think if they
Could
do
be.
it, they're not going to make you subscribe to both. I think if subscribing to one is going to subscribe you to
It
both,
has
it's
to
going
be
to be
gold. Then
it's going to be
because
housed
it
under
costs
the
more.
same,
Or Nintendo.
single unit.
Or your gold will be your Nintendo online as well.
Sure.
Maybe it's both.
I
Maybe you
think
buy that
with
card.
that, they're gonna have to increase the price.
See, so what is it a
Maybe.
year? It's $20 a year for Nintendo and $60 a year for gold.
Yeah.
So that's 80 a year. So maybe if you get gold, it's 75 and you get both, or 70 for both.
That's
you
still
know?
a lot.
But
It is, but it's
Yeah, but
cheaper
that's a
than
whole
paying for them
year.
separate.
Yeah, but if you're thinking of it instead of buying $60 flagship,
How much?
My
How much?
opinion.
How much do we pay a month for freaking Netflix for a whole year? Like times that by a whole year, that's even
That's
more.
a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
you think about that.
I mean, I pay for Prime, Hulu, and Netflix, and I don't even know why.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know why either.
You gotta sub to Kitty.
Huh?
What?
You gotta sub to Alex.
Oh yeah, so yeah, you have to sub to me.
Okay,
you
look,
get, you get one free subscription a month.
It's like this, right?
Oh.
Amazon Prime gets me the dirty stuff. Okay,
Whoa.
that's the good stuff. Netflix I keep exclusively for The Office, no other reason. And
Friends. Gotta have friends, I guess.
Never watched Friends.
Me neither. But
And then-
apparently they want to put so much money into that show.
Yeah.
Who the F cares?
But Hulu's where it's at.
Hulu
If you're
is.
gonna have anything, you should have Hulu, in my
I
opinion.
agree. I think I watch Hulu more than I do Netflix now.
You know, there
Yeah.
was a study I heard about a couple weeks ago that someone took the entire libraries of Prime, Netflix, and Hulu
Compared to
and compared them by like Rotten Tomato scores.
Really?
And Prime was the worst,
Oh yeah. Oh.
and Netflix was the best.
Well, you know the whole
That's
reason
good.
you get Amazon Prime. It's for the 2-day shipping.
shipping.
It's for the
Absolutely.
shipping.
Yeah,
the
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 story-
video is just like a,
Yeah,
a bonus.
Yeah,
It's
it's
an
just like an
added
added perk.
bonus.
Like I'm not buying it for that,
Yeah.
but that 2-day shipping, as long as you order like 2 things a month, you've done paid for that.
Oh, yeah.
Easy. I
Yeah.
ordered some stuff today for my Switch. I got me a little Joy-Con charger base, and I got
Mm-hmm.
a couple another case for it. I spent $20.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's it. That just paid
Did you
for
get
my.
this type of case?
No, I got a Breath of the Wild slim one.
Nice.
I like the slim ones. I don't like the big thick ones like that
The
because
reason
they.
for this is so I can carry everything with it. Like it comes with, it holds inside of here. Ding! It holds right there. It holds my Joy-Con covers, and it holds my games inside of these slots here.
Where's your charger go?
You don't need a charger; it's portable.
Wow.
And it came all the way back
That's
around.
awesome, guys.
How you doing, Brett? With smoke coming out of his ears.
You can use that as a paperweight when your battery dies.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
That's awesome.
I want to talk about Australia.
All right, let's move on.
Australia, as crazy as they are, not entirely. I'm just generalizing. They have some crazy animals there that'll kill you. You can now put emojis on your license plates.
Oh, I heard about this.
Oh, really?
Yep, you get a list of emojis you can use. You can use the crying face, the hearts with the eyes. You can use the shades. You can use the winking face.
Can you get the eggplant?
I don't think so. I think it's just a list of a few.
Well, then where's the fun?
Well, the fun is you have an emoji on your license plate, Kevin.
And I'd rather come up with a clever vanity plate versus
An emoji.
an emoji.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you can get clever with emojis, but I saw a Mustang here in town the other day that said "no loan." So I thought, all right, you paid
Brilliant.
cash. That's
That's
something to be
nice.
proud about.
Yeah,
you buy a
that's nice.
Mustang for straight up.
You know, I'm in traffic a lot more often. I look at more license plates than I think I do. You know,
So,
I've realized it.
You're just
I
not
stare
really
at
looking at the road so much. Just looking
Well,
at license plates.
I'm at red lights. Is what I mean.
stoplights.
I'm at stoplights.
Oh, okay.
I'm a terrible driver. What's that? I'm not paying attention to anything. What's that say?
Crash.
Whoa! Yeah, that's what I do.
That's what I do.
Okay.
Would,
All right, so
would any
emojis.
of you get emojis on your license plate?
No, I don't really care.
Only if it's the eggplant.
Well, here's the 5. Here's the 5 you can choose from: laughing out loud, winking face, cool sunglasses, hard eyes, and smiley face.
No.
I'd use maybe the
Josh,
cool
no.
sunglasses.
Josh, no.
Why?
Alex
No.
wouldn't let you do that.
Nope.
It's my car.
It's her husband.
So what?
She makes the calls, bro.
Be like, Alex, is your car the one that? No, that's his. like that's how
That's
the
like-
conversation
yeah,
would go.
like-
I
like
knew exactly what you're talking about.
Having an emoji on your license plate is like as bad as having eyelashes on your headlights.
That's terrible.
Yeah, that's bad.
That's,
How is
and the
having
balls on the ball hitch too. I hate
yeah,
that.
yeah.
The actual testicles
Yes.
and
Yes.
scrotum.
Yes, the metallic hanging.
Yeah.
Alex really wants
I
that.
think it's
What?
funny.
because she
watching,
doesn't.
like-
So stupid.
She doesn't understand the anguish. She doesn't understand what the guys
I
have to
think
deal
It's
with.
funny.
I think what's better is when they have the big heavy chain with the actual big like nuts that you screw onto
that you
a
screw.
bolt. You know what an actual nut is in a tool sense?
Oh yes.
These screw they're big though. They're like industrial big ones.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
Industrial big nuts. Got
Big
it.
nuts.
All right. Can
Have
we
you
move
seen
on?
those?
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
I'm just
yeah.
saying, I'm gonna
Yeah.
sound like an idiot here because they don't know what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna Google industrial big nuts real quick.
Or
Yeah.
don't recommend you do that.
Probably not.
Big nuts.
Big nuts. All right, I want to see what you get out of this.
I think we know what she's gonna get out of it. Is your safe search on?
Yeah.
Oh, no, they're
Or,
huge.
No, actually. Yeah, those are big nuts.
You're gonna love my nuts.
Let me see.
Oh yeah, you got to turn it, Alex.
Let's see.
Big
Ooh,
nuts.
Some big nuts.
Industrial big nuts.
Ooh, there's the bolt over there too.
All right.
all right,
So let's move on from there. Alex, you wanted to talk about the science fair,
I do want to talk about science.
and Kevin
fair.
got really excited when we mentioned this on the precast.
Yeah. So what's going to lead us into talking about the science fair is I'm going to do a shout out to my 7-year-old nephew who's a first grader, did his first science fair project on last night, and he won first place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dope.
So shout
Good
out to him.
job.
Congratulations, Jeremy. Proud auntie. So how I wanted to talk about, because I was like, we have never talked about the science fair before. So I wanted to see, have you guys ever done the science fair? And if you have, and if you've won, let's talk about it.
I lived in Minnesota growing up. We didn't do anything fun.
They made us do it in 5th grade.
I never got it. I was never able to
they
do it.
made us do it in 5th
They did make us do it in
What
5th
did you do?
grade.
What'd you
I
do?
did. I think what
Did you make a little
Like-
bitch volcano?
different different food groups and what my dog liked best.
Okay. What'd your dog like?
I don't remember.
That's actually a really good.
Thank you.
That's really good.
Yeah,
I
no.
thought it was
Did you come
fun.
up with that?
Sure.
Because usually they send you home a little sheet and they're like, you can choose from this. 'Cause
No,
they
no,
banned,
they didn't give us.
banned volcanoes
They didn't give us an option. I
Why
know
would they
that.
ban volcanoes? That's so fun.
Because
one.
they're lame.
because they
Yeah.
blow up.
Yeah, but not with anything bad.
Okay.
Well, they make a mess
They do
and
make
they
a
blow
mess.
up. You weren't allowed to do anything like explosive. Like you couldn't do the put the thing in the cola,
Mentos.
Mentos.
the Mentos in the cola. Like you
I have
couldn't
yet
do
to
that.
try that.
Okay, so I'm
I'll
gonna
make a
tell you
big
what.
mess.
You actually have to like. You actually have to make it. I've
Like
done
a
it a
whole
few
tube,
times.
right?
You have to do a whole tube because if you just put it in the top of the cola, it just automatically goes. So you have to like do a whole entire tube so it shoots up really high into the air.
That much.
It's pretty
huh?
cool.
Wow.
It happens right away.
You want to talk about science fairs, Kevin?
Yeah, science fair.
Yeah, okay, so I'm not a scientist, but I always wanted to be, right? And I remember one year I couldn't think of anything to do, so my dad was like, sit me down. He goes, let's do this. We're gonna get 3 cups of liquid. We're gonna put food coloring in, and then we're gonna take some celery and we're gonna put those in the cups, and then you're gonna watch
Ooh,
the liquid go
like
up,
go up
the
the
celery.
celery.
Yeah, and that's what I did one year, and I'll never forget it because I was super excited to show my findings because I was in like 2nd grade, and I'm like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. I get to class. I bring in my colored cups. I set them on the desk. I shit you not. I then fell into the desk, broke them, and failed the science fair.
Aww, and you wanted to talk about this?
I was so excited about the celery.
Aww.
Do you know? Do you know how
that sucks?
it was celery?
Did you take? You know? Okay. How old were you?
Second grade would be,
second
like,
grade.
8?
So yeah, it was
8 or
a
9.
rather young little shithead.
You would have been okay. So it would have been the late '90s. Yeah.
Would have been like 98.
Yeah. You weren't taking photos during like your progress in the '90s.
No, my parents.
Nowadays it'd be like cell phones. You know, click, click, click.
Oh,
see
no,
the progress,
no.
so you can
my,
prove
my
that
parents
you did
don't
it.
believe in cameras.
Really? Wow. They Amish?
What?
Well, can't Amish not have photographs?
No, I think Amish
I
can
think
have
they can have
pictures.
photographs.
I thought they couldn't be photographed.
I thought so too.
Oh.
At least I've heard
Well,
that
then I've
before.
got-
I don't know if
Yeah,
it's true,
we know
but-
so much about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, wait, so you were disappointed or disappointed?
Well, yeah, you
got-
wanted to bring that back up.
So let's go back. You were disappointed. I feel like you're a therapist right now.
So
How did you feel?
feel?
all right, so and what happened was I ended up slipping into the desk because I spilt a little bit of water from my own cup. My own cup took me down.
Aw.
I like
Traitor.
spill a bit of water, and I fell into the desk, and I knocked over the cups, and they broke. And then my teacher was like, "I have to not pass you because you didn't because I didn't do the work. I literally I wanted to care, but what I wanted to do when we did the science fair was I wanted to prove that humans are actually onions." And my dad explained to me that I couldn't do that it wouldn't work.
As in, like, cut an appendage off?
It'd grow back.
We have layers.
Wow.
No. What was it that you were gonna do?
Oh, I was just gonna prove that that was honest to God. My thought at that age was I thought that if I cut something off, it would grow back.
Oh, that was a
So
serious
I
thing
was
you
serious.
just
That
said.
was a serious
Oh,
thing. Yeah, no,
thought
I
you were
thought that was
joking.
no. I'm
And
being
this is-
100% serious.
And this
Yeah,
is the
no.
conversation, son. You can't do that.
You could have
That's what my dad said too. Because I looked at him, I said, "Dad," I was like, "Let me see your thumb." He goes, "Why?" I'm just gonna chop it off. He goes, "The fuck you are."
Whoa.
And I was like,
No.
"Why not? It's gonna grow back." And he goes, "That's not how it works." And I said, "Says who?"
That's not how any of this
Have you
works.
seen salamanders?
Have you ever seen SpongeBob?
So, I was gonna say
So Josh,
something
you've
about
never
that.
done a science fair project
No.
ever.
I probably.
I didn't want to do it. I know that.
I would have maybe wanted.
It was
to.
not fun for me.
Really. I mean,
Really.
So
It
the,
doesn't seem like many things are fun for you though.
No, I have fun.
Brett enjoys
Oh, I
some
have fun.
things in life.
I didn't like school, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
He hated
So.
prom.
I never went to
It's true.
prom.
That- Don't go.
Don't do it.
Don't go.
Like not 1 year.
Anyways, I want to share my story about it.
Go ahead.
So-
Did you want to go?
No, I mean part of me maybe a little bit because I thought I'd get laid, but
Yeah.
that didn't really happen.
That's
much anyway.
what.
What?
That's why you wanted to go.
Kidding
Why,
me?
why did you want to go?
17-year-old guy, I'm gonna put my fucking thing in anything that'll let me have it.
Whoa. I mean,
Within reason. I'm not saying I fuck dogs. Okay, slow your roll, Mr. Judgmental.
I wasn't going there.
Anyway.
All right,
Anyway,
Alex, you wanted to
I
tell your
want to talk
science
about
fair.
my 5th grade science fair project.
tell us all about it.
Go ahead.
Okay, so anyway, again, I was kind of like Brett. I didn't want to do it, and I was more one of those. It was a requirement for 5th grade, and I remember it being a last minute thing where I was like, I got really upset because they said, "Oh, science fair projects due at the end of the week or whatever," and I shit you not, I think it was. I can either narrow it down to even the day before it was due, and I went up to my mom and was like, "I'm sorry, I forgot about my science fair project, and we have to do everything in one night or else I'm gonna get an F." I'm not kidding you.
Oh no.
So I remember, like, we stayed up all night and we had to go through a list. I had everything in my backpack. She was super mad, and so we we went out. We got the board and everything. And what we ended up doing was the science fair project was like, what shapes carry the most weight or can float or something along that. So what we did is we took tin foil and we made it into different shapes. We used the same amount of tin foil and we folded it in different shapes. Like one was like a little cup, and we took 100 pennies and we went into the bathtub, and this was all in one night. And we went to the bathtub, filled the bathtub up, and slowly put pennies in to see which shape would hold the 100 pennies. And
That's not bad.
And honestly, it was a pretty good idea.
That's a good idea.
And we did this, and then we posted. My mom, I think I went to bed. She made the board, and then we dropped it off in the morning in the science fair room and whatnot. And then at the end of the day, they make the announcements over the intercom saying like each grade, and they announce who won first, second, and third. And 5th grade, so I'm like a senior. 5th grade, over the intercom, they go, and first place for the 5th graders is Alex Fisher. Can you come down and get your ribbon? I'm like, I'm not kidding.
give that ribbon to your mom?
I got first place.
That's awesome.
My very first
I
science
love
fair
it.
project, I got first place, and we did it overnight.
Should have been
That's some good
Alex
stuff.
Fisher on behalf of Gina.
Yeah.
So the funny thing is, I have
Accepting for
to
Gina.
dig this picture up somewhere. But there is a picture of me standing so proudly in front of
What
this.
shape won?
I don't remember.
Wow.
Well, then what's the point?
All right. If I were to take a guess, I know we did a canoe. I know we did a triangle, and I know we did a square, and I think we did one other one.
You said a circle, right? Yeah.
It was like a little like cup looking
Yeah.
thing, like a
Sphere?
circle. And then
Half a
but that
circle?
ended up losing because it just tipped over. So we did I believe the square one, but we took the same size of foil, folded it up, and just made it into different shapes. And I believe the square one.
I think your mom should have just let you fail to teach you not to procrastinate.
You're right.
Well, I think that did make me learn.
I think so too.
Kinda.
I think
But
so too.
it's like I said, somewhere there is this very 90s picture of me with super long hippie hair,
Is
like
it the
90s.
Irma Gerd picture?
Kinda, actually. It's a
I
lot
love
like
it.
that.
Have you seen that? The girl with the goosebumps?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
kind of like that actually. I have really crooked teeth. I have like huge bushy eyebrows too, and I've got the 90s choker on, and I've got a huge white t-shirt like that's got like the 90s coloring and stuff on it. And I'm sitting here next to my science fair project taking the picture, and there's a huge flash, and it's just like super like flash burnt or whatever you call it, like
Yeah,
one
right.
of those 90s pictures
You're
where
all
it
like blown out. Your eyes
Washed
are red.
out.
and
washed
shit.
out,
Yeah.
and I'm just sitting here with my with my picture, or not sitting there with my picture, sitting there with my blue ribbon. And the thing is that the people that go and they judge the science fair are college students, like science college students or whatever, and they go and they judge. And I feel like this guy, he asked me a bunch of stuff because you had to go in, you were called down to the gym individually, and you had to explain and show off your science fair project. And I was like, so I did this, and I did this. And then he was like, wrote a couple things down, and I went back to my room.
He's probably thinking, this one's bullshit.
So, but yeah, and what I was scared about it is that the top one got to go to the college
did?
and show it off, but I didn't.
Bless you.
That wasn't me.
So you got first place, but was there like first place and then grand prize or something like that?
Yeah, I think the very first place, like I said, the first one got to go to the college and show it off, and then you also got, I think the top winner got a bike. So I mean,
I want
Wow.
a bike.
I know. I was
That's
like,
cool.
I remember when you had to sell candy, like the little boxes of candy for $1.
Yup.
Sure.
The top prize was a bike, and everyone's like,
Carmelos.
I'm
Carmelos,
yes, like,
yeah.
top prize was a bike, and
Gobstoppers.
I'm like, I'm going out, and I didn't sell any of them. My mom took it to, she's a karaoke host, and she would take them to the bar.
Oh, of course.
And I'd come
Yeah.
back
Of
like,
course.
and you have to sell one box at a time. You come back, here's a box, turn in the money, get another box, come back, and I'm like,
She
here's
Dude,
the
that's
box.
awesome.
sold all your candy
That's
too?
awesome. Okay,
I
so
sold all my candy to drunk people.
that is a fantastic segue.
It is.
Because what is Cadbury all about here?
Ooh, Cadbury. So there's some information
talking about
on
candy.
Cadbury. Let me pull
They
it up
make
here.
eggs.
Before you read it, I agree with you, Kevin. I didn't realize Cadbury. As far as I can tell, they only make the eggs.
No, they make
eggs.
Caramello.
Do
Caramello?
they?
Caramello.
Yeah,
however
they
you
make
want.
Carmelos too.
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
Yeah.
Is it
I guess I
Caramello
never
or is it
noticed.
Caramello?
It looks like caramello.
Well,
I
it's
have-
spelled. Well,
I
it's
have-
not caramel. It's caramel.
I've had this
It's
argument
caramel.
probably 4
That's
times
how we
this
say
week.
it, but it's
No,
actually
they're the
spelled.
same thing, but they're different too. There are
Okay.
caramels, and then there are caramels. Caramels are lacking the milk and the actual like smooth creaminess.
You know,
They're
I've
more
heard
of
of
a
this, yes.
hard
So
caramel.
they're the little cubes.
Yeah, and the
right?
caramel is more of your rich cream.
Cream.
But the candy bar
Is
is
Caramello then?
is a caram.
It's a caramello.
Yes.
C A R A
We just
M E L
don't
L
say
O.
it that way.
Caramello. Do you guys remember the commercial?
No.
Nope.
Oh, I'll have to show you after this.
What?
Okay.
What?
It's
Let me
90s.
ask
It's
you-
so 90s.
Let me ask you this really quick. What's the right way to pronounce aluminum?
Aluminum.
Aluminum?
And people say
Aluminium.
aluminium.
It's aluminium.
I say aluminum.
It's
I say
aluminium.
aluminium actually.
I just
to
said
be-
that. I said we made our boats and stuff out of
cantankerous.
You say it
aluminum foil.
ironically.
Yeah, it's
Dude.
aluminium. The actual correct pronunciation of aluminum is
You want to do it,
aluminium.
Alex? You want me to do it?
Yeah, you do it.
What are you doing?
Aluminum.
Pronunciation.
Of what?
Aluminium.
I'm going to do it.
Of what?
Aluminum.
Aluminium.
We just.
I'm going to do
We did
the
this last week on
sound.
Biopic.
Oh! You got to weigh in on this.
He did. He already said it at the beginning on the precast. He did say the biopic.
You said that you think it's biopic.
What?
How do you say it?
A biopic?
See, a biopic. It's
Everybody at work.
it's biopic.
Not everybody, but the
Biopic.
people I asked at work are like, "Yeah, it's biopic." I'm like,
I've never
no
heard of
way.
biopic
I've
until
never
last
heard
week."
of biopic.
Biopic?
I've heard of biopic.
Biopic.
I've heard
That
it
sounds
called
like Bionicle.
a biopic.
A biopic sounds like something you get when you're 40.
All right, here
Oh,
we
like
go.
Okay.
Colonoscopy.
How do you say aluminum, Josh? How does Google say
What
it?
are you serious right now? Talking
What?
about colonoscopies while I'm searching up aluminum.
How do you say it?
All
We
right,
could
here
be
we go.
talking about worse things.
Okay.
Aluminum.
Aluminum.
Hey,
Region locked.
Aluminum.
I'll just slow it down.
so he can understand
There's
it.
a slow button. I just drooled.
Aluminum.
There's a slow button.
Wait. What else can you make it say? Hold on.
Oh, anything. What do you want?
Anything?
Anything. Let's say something not so
I'd
dirty.
rather
Biopic.
say. I'd
Biopic.
rather say, aluminium.
It's aluminium. You're dealing with a foam that's
Biopic.
region locked to America. Oh, look, biopic. What's up?
Watch.
Biopic.
All right, do the slow version.
Yeah. Good job, Google.
Biopic.
Okay.
I did that last night on my Twitch when we were talking about it.
Do we?
Biopic.
We should have asked Juice that.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
we should
should've.
have. We should have.
Forgot
Okay, all
not too
right. Can
late.
we move on to Cadbury here?
Yes.
Go on.
Okay, so Cadbury, this is the thing that I found floating around on Facebook today. Cadbury and Oreos are hiring taste testers for $14 an hour, and then
Oh
the
God, Kevin's
essential-
going right to the front
so
line.
the essential skill list. Okay,
oh,
for
no.
one, a
diabetes.
a passion for
I'm 1 for 1.
Go on.
a passion for
Passion.
confectionery and taste buds for detection honesty
2 for 2.
is what it says when it comes to giving opinion. So pretty much
Okay.
like you can't be biased.
You
Is what it says.
Yeah.
2, eager to try new inventive products.
Okay.
3, a communicative
Jim, you
personality
kinda Cadbury
to
cream
build great relationships with your panel. 4, a firm grasp of the English language.
You have to be able to write about it.
And 5, no gluten, nuts, or dairy intolerant.
Yeah, I'm
See,
cool.
I-
5 for 5. Let's
I
do
wonder,
it.
do they give
Right.
you milk, or do you got to bring your own milk?
Your job is $14 an hour to taste chocolate, cream.
Okay,
all
so
this kind
here's
of
the other
stuff.
thing too: is it's a part-time position. Shifts are 7.5 hours Tuesday and Thursday.
See, that's where it's going to get hard. Eating candy for 7.5
Yes,
hours.
7.5 hours.
I agree.
Unless it's like a wine tasting, you're like,
You do a little bit,
It says
little bit.
you will be working with a team of panelists to share your opinions and collaborate to reach an agreement on taste.
Okay.
nobody's ever going to agree with me on taste.
They've
No.
received over
Well, I think
they
1,500
want that.
applicants.
They don't want
They
people
want
that
that
would agree.
combative attitude.
Exactly.
When they posted this, they received over 1,500 applicants in just one day.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And I was like,
you're
14
paying
bucks an hour to
people to
eat
eat
candy?
candy.
I wouldn't want to do this.
No way.
It sounds amazing.
Can they pay for my dental insurance too?
All
Yeah,
you gotta
that's
do
the
is
next
brush
thing you
your
got to
teeth
worry
every
about.
day.
You should do it like 3 times
And
a
you're
day.
gonna gain 30 pounds.
People brush their teeth?
Whoa. You
Yeah.
heard about this thing?
No, I'm just.
I mean, there's an electric toothbrush out there too.
I know, yeah.
So reading the comments under it's really funny. Like a paid job to get diabetes.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
I couldn't do it.
The other person said this listed as 4 new jobs open. Wonder what happened to the previous 4. Are they still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No way, dude. Sugar Rush.
Somebody said pros chocolate, cons Cadbury.
What's wrong with Cadbury?
I don't know, some people don't
they're
like Cadbury.
amazing. Well, they're very nationalized. Like they're like if you get like local cream, like what? Good.
He's talking. Oh.
Okay.
He's getting hungry.
Well, I really want a Cadbury car.
So you those are national. You can get local stuff that's so much better, I'm sure. But again, you don't know what you're gonna get. It's
Some
like a
person
box
in
of
the
chocolates.
comments said, I've actually been there, and to tell you the truth, you won't last more than 3 hours inside the factory without puking your life out. It will disgust you and out of chocolate for a very long time.
I believe it. I believe
So that's
it.
probably why they've posted it.
Yeah. Right.
But $14 an hour to taste chocolate? How many hours?
I mean,
did you-
I'll lick
how many
grocery
of those
things.
$14 are you going to be able to get?
They pay you in Cadbury eggs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. All right, so I think it's time we got out of here, guys.
Yep.
Alex, you want to talk about your Twitch? We can talk about that a little bit here for a few.
Yeah, so like we said earlier, this past week was a big podcast week. This last week, if you go onto my Twitch, you should be able to find the stream this week, which was on, or last week, which was on Tuesday for Juice in the Morning.
Thursday.
Oh, sorry, Thursday. You're right, not Tuesday.
Yep.
Thursday, a week ago, I was playing with Juice in the Morning on Apex Legends, and then Friday night we did Patrick, one of our biggest.
Oh. Can you rephrase that?
We played with Patrick. Is that better?
Sure, that's better. We played with Patrick.
He's gonna love that.
We gamed with our biggest fan of the podcast, Patrick. Shut up! On Gears of War 4. It was lots of fun. You could go on there and watch that. If you'd like to watch me game, you could go to twitch.tv/Q_Kitty, KUTEKITTI. Give me a follow. And then another thing that just happened is this right before the podcast, I did upload my latest highlight video for my Twitch, which is on YouTube as well.
Is there from that Gears in that video?
Yes.
Oh no.
Or not
no,
this
no.
video, but the next one,
Okay.
yes.
I am gonna make sure I start watching that stuff.
Did
tomorrow.
I make the cut in any of it?
I haven't done any clips yet.
Oh.
And this one, the most recent one,
No, in the Gears one.
I haven't made any clips yet.
Okay.
I have to go through the whole stream.
You lost my best clip ever.
I know.
I know.
Oh, it's
I know.
so bad. So we in Gears of War 3, Alex and I were both downed, and Brett was needing to pick us up, and he was. It was so.
So
It was insane. It was insane. It was busy. So much going on.
and Alex would not shut up. And I mean, bad guys all around, and I'm trying to figure out how to get them both revived. And I go, quiet.
I need to think.
I need to think.
Like, very seriously, too. Like, he wasn't laughing. He's like, quiet. I need to think. And then it was like 2 seconds later, he
died.
he died.
Yeah, it was so great.
So we're like, over here,
It
there's
was
guys over here. He's
so
like, quiet.
funny.
I need to think. And then he died.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah, we've been playing some Apex Legends on your Twitch as well. We did that on Thursday, and we've done it over the weekend.
We
and
got
we've
twice
got
last
to-
night. Or we got twice. We got second last night
We
twice.
got second twice. Yeah, we got the last battle twice, and
Yeah.
it was.
It's fun.
It's getting better.
Yeah.
Battle Royale is as amazing as it is. I don't think I'm very good at it. Like I don't
I
think I,
am.
have
I
the
like
talent.
it.
that
The more and
people
more
do.
we play, the more I'm learning the game, the more I'm liking the game.
That's
So.
good. That's good. Yeah, Kevin. What do you got going on before we do our plugs?
Yeah,
do you have anything that you want to talk about?
In.
Yeah, you got your band going on. You haven't really talked about that at all tonight.
Yeah, I'm in a band. We're called Element Indigo.
Okay,
and
now please get your Twitter right because
we're off Twitter.
you're off.
We're
Why?
off. 'Cause
Why?
It sucks.
No,
Yeah.
Twitter's
No,
good.
it's a slow burn.
You're on IG though, right?
We're on Instagram, Facebook. We're gonna be streaming on all major platforms come June.
What's your Instagram here? I think it's just Element Indigo, isn't it?
Yep.
Element Indigo. Yep, one word. Element INDIGO.
What genre would you classify yourself?
He
We are
hates that.
prog jazz
Sorry.
fusion.
He hates genres.
Forget I asked.
we have like a song that sounds like a really bluesy thing, and then the next track we're playing in like 8/6 time signature. So like it's very experimental. It's very fun. Very
That's good.
weird.
I don't even know what that means.
Okay, you're in the studio.
I am.
You haven't mentioned that.
Yes, we are currently in this. We're actually going back in to redo drums next weekend.
Yeah.
So it's going to be Indigo Takeover of Corrosive Productions.
Mhm.
I'm going to get drunk and just play Switch the entire time.
Is that a good thing to do? Like,
I'm
get
not
drunk and
tracking. I'm just there hanging. I'm there for moral support for
Oh.
the drummer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not.
okay.
I'm not doing shit.
You start with drums.
Well, yes, but in our specific project, our drummer that we had to do drums quit. So then we had to get a new drummer, get him trained, and now he's redoing all those tracks.
So are you restarting recording, or is it just you plugging his drums into what you
We'll
already
see
have?
when we get there.
Oh, that's not fun.
We're gonna try to just plug and move and make it work. But
Is
if
this going to add more? Like you have to pay more?
Yes.
That's not good.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that the guys didn't just drop the project immediately,
Mhm.
because it was like 2 or 3 days after the drums got done, the guy quit
That's
and told us
stupid.
we couldn't use his tracks unless we were going to buy him out of them.
Oh my god.
So the fact that they didn't just pull the plug right there, we're willing to do whatever we have to just to get this damn thing done at this point.
Right.
Okay.
Now, other things that have been going on. You've been doing a lot of live shows.
Yes.
I see your invites all the time on Facebook. I can't stress enough how busy Alex and I always are.
Oh, believe me.
Well,
I
I'm
take-
live 5 nights a week.
If
so
there's
there's that.
if there's one thing I can tell you, believe me, you love to see your friends come out, but those aren't the people you're trying to make.
Oh, you want the
fans.
strangers.
You
want
want
the
strangers.
strangers. You want the people that
You already
are
know we
going to
like
give
your
you.
music.
they're going to give you the real opinion.
Right.
you know.
I'm going to give you my real opinion. I really like your music.
Thank you so much.
Whether or not she knew you.
Whether or not I knew you, especially when I first heard your voice singing, I was like, "That's Kevin."
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah.
I don't even sing like that anymore.
No.
Yeah, but it's still your voice.
Kind of.
You have a very good singing voice.
That's
Take
good.
the compliment.
Just saying. Well, we just did an acoustic show
Yeah.
last week where I had to showcase my new style of vocals. I used to be a really high-pitched singer. Then I pinched a nerve in my neck, and it caused me to have some arm problems.
Ooh.
So I started seeing a vocal coach, and I found out that was why. Is I kept trying to sing here, and my actual range is a lot
Oh.
more here.
So you have to learn to be good here because you were good up here.
Oh yeah.
So
And
you have to
That's
you have to
good.
go
You
down
have
a level.
You have an advantage, though.
Oh, yeah,
That
no, I'm
means that
cool.
you can go.
I've got it figured out and dialed in. I can go.
His
either
arm's going to be
way.
in pain if he goes up there.
Yeah.
Not all the time.
Yeah, I gotta
Every
save
now
it.
and then.
I gotta save it.
He's gotta
yeah.
For,
Save
for
it.
the end, the last chord.
You know
So-
the other thing too, they'll make your voice really good. Clench your butthole.
Okay. Well.
No shit, you'll get more power. You just
No shit.
All right.
Yes.
Where's your next show?
We are at Harry's Hideaway in Lima, Ohio, March 23rd.
Wow, that's quite a ways off.
Well, we are training a new drummer.
That's good. That's good that you're doing some training and getting your sound.
The idea is we're gonna play like 4 or 5 shows not here.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
okay.
that's good.
Get
You need
get
to-
it dialed in, and then
Yes.
come back here where we'll actually start to see a better turnout.
Yeah, I don't know how that would work. You know, if you were in a band, you wouldn't want your hometown to be the experimental place.
No.
right?
No, you want to travel.
If you're gonna be here, if you're gonna perform in front of all your music friends, because all of my friends are musicians, which
Yeah.
means there's a whole nother layer of critiquing that goes into your sound. It's not just, wow, that song sounds cool. It's, okay, what were you doing in that part there? What was that flourish? How'd you do that
Wow.
lick?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It becomes a lot more in depth. But I'd
Yeah.
rather get it all done not in town. That way, when we are, because I think our first show in town's not until like June, right
Wow.
around album release time. Everything
good.
else though is travel.
Dude, you doing like a summer tour then?
Maybe
Mm-hmm.
we'll see.
Maybe we'll have him back on in the summer and he can talk about that.
Yeah, let's do that. All right, so without further ado, guys, it is time to plug it in. If you are listening to or watching us, we want to thank you so much for joining us. We are on over 15 different audio podcast apps, and our most notable places are Spotify. Just spit that out. Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, and Radio Public, to name a few. On those apps, you will find our back catalog of over 150 episodes of PTO Unlimited. If you are watching us on YouTube, we just want to let you know that you are awesome, and thanks for sticking with us. You know, the contributions of the comments and the reactions, you guys rock. If you want to catch our show, we are live on YouTube at 7:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Wednesday. Thank you for everything that you guys do for us, by the way. You know, like the shares, the comments, the likes, everything that you do, we thank you guys very much for doing it. If you didn't show that you liked what we do, we wouldn't keep doing it. If you want to follow us on any of our social media, we are on Facebook, which is facebook.com/PTOUnlimited. Instagram is PTOUnlimited_podcast, and we are on Twitter, which is at PTOUnlimited. You can catch us live on those apps at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Wednesday for our pre-podcast meeting, which is called the Precast. And in that meeting, we talk about what we're going to talk about before we actually talk about it. And we kind of get a list of what we're going to go over the show, and we get some topics from our fans as well who join us on our social media. So if you want to give us some topics, you want to hear our opinions on what you want to hear it on, just give us the topics. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I am at Lemke619.
Brett_Wings.
Q_Kitty.
And you can find Kevin.
I am a K3V on Instagram.
So you've kept your Instagram personal as well too.
Yes.
Yeah. Right on. So
On a final note, just to wrap up the whole Gears thing, I started playing the campaign again, which I had meant to do because I played it back when it launched, and I even like took a break from it for a couple months before I actually finished it, and I didn't really pay attention to the story either, but I am this time, and it's the second playthrough. It's so much better. I like it so much more than I did the first, and I'm even enjoying the story, and it's making sense. So if you're a Gears fan and didn't give Gears 4 much of a chance like I did, try it again, and I think you'll get something out of it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So without further ado, guys,
Thanks a lot for joining, Kevin, on
Yeah.
episode
Oh,
yes,
150.
thank you so much for
Yeah.
having me.
Yeah, so I guess before we get on out of here, I don't know if we really need to talk about any milestone stuff for 150. I mean,
I think we'll save that for.
we're kind of saving that for our 3-year.
For our 3-year,
Yeah. So I mean,
Which
it is
what, 2 months away.
April 20th.
April 20th.
Is
yeah.
our
So
3-year.
just under 2 months away.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. Not intentionally.
Not intentional.
All right. So thank you guys very much for joining us. Thank you, Kevin, for being on. We'll catch you guys next week for episode 151. You guys have a good one. Audio episode will be out later.